welcome back to Nat's Corner. So in today's video, I'll be doing a back to school video because I know a lot of you guys, or most of you, for my younger viewers, most of you are going back to school or starting school soon, or maybe you have already started school. I don't know. So I'm going to be telling you guys how school was like back when I went to school in the 2000s when I started elementary school and high school. But before we get into that video, if that subscribe button is red, click and make great to make my day and become part of my wonderful Nat fam. And put that bell notification notified whenever I post new videos or just come back frequently on my channel. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is shoes. Like, I went shoe shopping to buy shoes just because I needed new shoes. But I've been seeing kids come into the shoe shop getting new shoes for school, and back when I was younger and going back to school, yes, I did need new shoes because yes, my feet were still growing. But I think like back in like 6th or 7th grade, back in 5th or 6th grade, my feet stopped growing, so I didn't need new shoes. New shoes, going shoe shopping, it's great. I love shoe shopping, it's great getting new shoes and everything. But when I was younger, I didn't go every year because I could wear like kid size shoes, so I didn't really need new shoes because I could wear any kind of shoes that we had in the house. So, but I know kids nowadays, they do buy new shoes for going back to school. It was different when I went to school, but I guess now it's also different. I don't know. But yeah, but I never bought new shoes every year. So, another thing in elementary school that I had in 6th and 7th grade, I think only 6th and 7th graders had them in their classrooms. I don't know if the younger grades had them. I know that I had them and I was in 7th grade at the time. We had lockers. Like, we had actual lockers in our classrooms. We were only 7th graders, but we had lockers in our classrooms. And they weren't like the normal lockers like you see in high schools or anything like that. Like, they didn't have like a combination lock on the lockers. It was just you would open it up and just like flip it up and you could open it up. And it was cool because, we were in high school, we were in elementary school, we were in 7th grade, So I literally went shopping for locker decorations for my first locker that I ever had. So, I had like a marker board, I had a little mirror, I had just like all kinds of cool things and a little thing to hold all my stuff, we still had desk and stuff, but our lockers, I guess, to put like our coats and like our extra stuff in there, our phones and stuff like that, like stuff that we didn't need to bring around school, I think we put in our lockers. But it was really fun to go locker decor shopping. It was really fun. But I don't know if they still have lockers, and I don't know, they did it in my school, but I don't know if other schools do it, but I know my school did it. So yeah. Another thing that we had is, I don't know what they were called. I don't really remember. I think they were called book covers or book sleeves or something like that. If you don't know what those are, I'll put a picture right here. Right there. That's what they look like. And I had them and I put them over all my books because you had to get book covers, but they were really fun to like pick out because they had like all kinds of different like designs and different colors. I usually got pink. I got like solid colors, but I also got like, for my favorite classes, which was English. I always loved English. Comment down below what your favorite class is or was, if you're older and you don't go to school no more. But my favorite class was always English and science, so I got a pink one for science, and then I got, I think, like a pink and purple, blue, some kind of like tie-dye for my English book. But yeah, we had to get book sleeves for our books. I'm not really sure why. They didn't really explain why, but I guess just to make it more fun and more entertaining for school. I don't know. But that's that, or to make it easier to find our books. I don't know. We have book sleeves, and those are really, really cool, and I liked them a lot. But then after a while, when I got up to, I want to say 5th or 6th grade, they stopped the book sleeves or book covers. So those were kind of, I don't know why they stopped it. Maybe because it wasn't like either the company that we got them from stopped making them, or it just stopped. I don't really know why they stopped doing that. That's really cool. Last thing that I'm going to talk about for elementary is supplies. Now, I know a lot of schools do this. My school, I had to get it from my school because my school didn't have it at Target, but I would go to Target to get my supplies all the time. And I could get whatever I wanted. You know, I could get like a Garfield notebook or a Barbie notebook, a pink sparkling notebook. I could get whatever I wanted, but I had to get what was on the list. So they actually gave you a list. And I know Target does this for school people that go to like common schools, I guess, like public schools. I don't know. I know like they have a list of like what you need to bring, but they don't say. But I know some schools do this where they say like bring a solid notebook, bring a solid folder. I know like some schools do that, but for my school, I could get whatever I want. I didn't have to have any solid things. I could get like cool, pretty things. Yeah. So supplies, I always had a list for my supplies, but I always had to stick to the list, but I could, you know, put my own spin on it with the things I wanted. Moving on to high school, we're going to talk about 3 things in high school. I don't know if you're in high school, but we're going to talk about it. So as I said in my elementary school, I said that I had a locker. And in high school, everybody has a locker. It doesn't matter what grade you are. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, a sophomore, junior, senior. We all have lockers. Now these lockers do have the little dial, and you get like a little locker combination, and you do that. Now I got locker decor, but since I was in high school, I didn't get like all these like cool little things. So basically in my locker, I only had my books, and I had like a little locker, I don't know, like a shelf, I guess you could say. So what I did on my little shelf is I put my books on top of my shelf, and then on the bottom of my shelf, I put all my binders. And in my binders, I had some paper, and I also had a notebook. So I had everything with me. And yes, I didn't have time to go to my locker between classes, so for all my classes before lunch, I had like 3 classes before lunch, and I had it all like in my hands. So it was a smart idea at the time. I hate that I did that, but if I didn't do that, I'd be late for class, and it wasn't gonna be good. I would get like a write-up if I was late for class or stuff. So, but and I put my cell phone in my locker because you're not supposed to have it out in class. So not to be tempted to text my friends or text the boy we had iPads, so I could text from there. But anyway, I put my phone on, and they had a little shelf that was built into the lockers. So I put my phone up there. I put everything I didn't need for my classes and stuff that I didn't need for class up there. And I wasn't really big on locker decor at that time because, you know, I'm a high schooler. I just put what I needed in my locker, and just to make it easier, I didn't really I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what I had in my locker, but I'm pretty sure at times I put like pictures of my family or pictures of my friends. I don't really remember what I put in my locker, but I didn't really have a lot of locker decor for that time because there was no need for locker decor at the time. The next thing is extra classes. Now, extracurricular classes is what I'm talking about. Like, I remember when I was in high school, I don't know if other high schools do this. I just remember in my school, before the semester ended, we would get a little paper that would tell us like what classes we wanted to take. for like extracurricular classes. So I took the fun ones. I took home ec class, which was basically just, you know, I took home ec class. I took baby class. Baby class is where you get like a baby and you have to take care of it for the weekend. My baby, I had a boy, I named him Trevor. Oh my god. He liked to eat a lot. And he would not stop crying through the night. I was so tired that whole weekend. I had to take care of him. I was so tired. I barely slept. And I had to keep getting up throughout the night. And I was like, alright, I'm taking the little carrier that they gave me. And I put it in my bed. So I didn't have to keep getting up out of my bed to feed him or change him or, you know, keep him from, you know. And I had like a little thing on my wrist that like I had to scan to his sensors. He had 3 sensors, so you could do any sensor you wanted. I always did the one on the back of his neck because that one was easier to get to. He was a fussy baby. Oof. Was not ready to be a mom. I was in high school. Just not ready. Anyway, I did that. I took, I think like films of the past or film class. I don't know. We watched movies and stuff, so that was really fun. I took sewing class. I don't remember anything else about the other extracurricular classes. I was in Spanish, but because I was sick that day and I couldn't go to school that day, or I had to leave early that day before we did our classes, so they put me in Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I was so bad at Spanish, I was failing. But thankfully, the school that I went to, they said that after the semester ended, before the second semester, I can go and get a different class. And I never had classes with my best friend at the time. So the extracurricular class she told me to take, and thankfully I took that one because it shows you like how to do checks and stuff. So I know things now that I love learned. It's cool. But yeah, those are like the extra classes I could take, which was really fun. And the last thing I want to talk about is lunch periods. Now, I don't know if every high school does this. I know my high school did it, but I don't know if your high school, if you're in high school, does this. But I had 3 lunch periods. So basically there's lunch 1, 2, and 3. So it depends on the class that you were in. So if you have the first lunch period, you go to lunch and then after lunch you would go to your class. Now if you had second lunch period, you go to your class for like an hour. I don't know how long lunch was, but for the lunch period when the first lunch period was over, you would go to lunch and then go back to your class for the next half of your class. Now, for your third lunch period, you just go to your class and then go to lunch. And I hated having second and third lunch period just because there was this thing that I really liked, but everybody got it instead of me. At times, it was a Bosco pizza breadstick. Now, if you don't know what Bosco breadsticks are, I will put a picture right here. And if you don't know what Bosco pizza breadsticks are, I'll put one right here. So I got the pizza breadsticks because they were pizza and they were so much better than just cheese breadsticks, personally. But when I had like third or second lunch period, they were all gone. So I don't really remember what I got. I remember I got that every day, and then on Fridays it was pizza, and then I think on Wednesdays or Thursdays we had Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A came to our school and got nuggets and stuff. So on Fridays I had pizza, and then on Thursday or Wednesday I had Chick-fil-A, nuggets, barbecue sauce, of course, and yeah. There was a like for elementary school, their lunches, they have lunch ladies that make lunch. In high school, you don't got that. I mean, you do, but it's not the same. I don't know how to explain it, but yes, it's not the same as elementary school. Just remember that, okay? But yes, that's all I have for you guys today. That is how I went to school and what I did during my school, during the 2000s in my school. And please comment down below what grade you're going into, and if you already started school or haven't started school. Or you can, and if you don't go to school, you can comment down below what your favorite grade was or what your favorite thing to do at school was. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.